All right, guys. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Thanks for being here this evening. Appreciate it. Again, probably got one of the shortest podcasts, live streams, and true crimes. It's probably going to only be a 30-minute live stream, guys. But, you know, we'll get into it. Dombey will get into it, make his points. Listen to what you guys have to say, and we'll call it a night. So before we get started, can everybody hear and see me okay? Let me know in the chat if you can hear and see me okay. I think I got the lighting and audio fixed on this stuff. All right, hang on just a second, guys. I had to shut my door. Make it a little more soundproof in here. All right. Let's see who we got here. Let me call out some people who we got here. And thank you for the support, guys. I appreciate it. Unspoken Butterfly, Linda, Debbie, Closer to You, Radinia, Blue Eyes Dumpling, Baby Kisses, Akira. Akira's from Canada. Well, thank you for watching me all the way from Canada, guys. Anybody in another country that's in here tonight? Anybody across the ocean? Anybody in Timbuktu? Anybody in Zimbabwe or anything? Oh, and I got my tea. Louisiana, LSU, Alabama, Roll Tide. Oh, Blue Eyes. You know what I used to say? I used to say Roll Big Vols no, Roll Big Orange. That was it. Roll Big Orange. It'd piss volunteer people off up here. I'd be like, Roll Big Orange. It'd make them mad. All right. Florida, Oregon, North Carolina. All right. Mary says, I'm from Lewes, Delaware, and still here so far from everyone. Hey, Angie. Angie Savage is in the house. Wisconsin, Missouri, Ontario, West Virginia. Hey, my dad's from West Virginia, Savannah. He's from a little place called War, West Virginia. You ever heard of War, West Virginia, Savannah? True Crime Addict from Arlington, Tennessee. Hello, True Crime Addict. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Unspoken. I appreciate that. Might take it. $19 and get me some tanning lotion to tan this so it won't be such a glare when I do my live streams. So I appreciate it. Well, speaking of the glare on my head, I want you guys to look at this. Look at these sneakers, man. Look how orange. Look how fluorescent they are. Anyway, everybody's like, man, I can see them shoes like a mile away. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of takes away from the glare on my head. Oh. So, anyway, I love me a good pair of Asics. So, guys, let's get into it here. That way I can reach some of the stuff, some of your feedback and everything. So again, before I start this, just want to say that, everything that I talk about is alleged. I'm not accusing Chris and Katie or the Bowersox of anything. I'm not accusing Seth of anything. I'm not accusing anybody of anything until it all comes out. But we can definitely talk about what people that knows all these people have talked about, right? So, and the concerning thing with everybody is basically the Proudfoots and the Bowersox. I mean, it's just like, you hear so much about the Proudfoots and the Bowersox. And again, this is all just alleged, guys. But, if true, again, like this has all been talked about before, but if true, um, you know, it just, there's a lot of drama going on right now between creators. And I wanted to do this live stream to get the focus back on Sebastian and not the creators, not the drama between creators, because it's almost, to me, it feels almost like a distraction to quit talking about Sebastian. And, because if they're talking, if you're talking, if this creator is talking about this creator and this creator is talking about this creator and everybody's tuning into that, well, guess who gets put on the back burner? Poor old Sebastian. So that's why I'm doing this live stream today. So again, there's people that know the Bowersox guys, and allegedly the Bowersox used to use derogatory words in regards to Sebastian, like the R word, calling him, the R word. And I mean, how's it? I mean, I'm pretty sure the kid already knew he had some issues, the autism issues, you know what I mean? And I mean, if this is true and he's hearing the Bowersox call him the R word, what does that do to a kid's self-esteem when he already knows he's got issues? You know what I mean? I mean, let that sink in for a minute, guys. Let that sink in for a minute. I mean, the boy already probably knows he's got issues. And this is coming from his family, guys. It's not like it's strangers, which makes it even worse. I mean, it's coming from family, right? Think about that for a minute. It's coming from family. And let's not forget about, the alleged incidences where the Proudfoots allegedly made Sebastian sleep in the garage, because he had, some bathroom issues. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember a bunch of people talking about, Chris and Katie making Sebastian sleep in the garage just because he had some bathroom issues. Again, this is family doing it to him. This is his mother allegedly doing it to him. Like I said, everything that I'm talking about is alleged because it's just, coming from people that know, Chris, Katie, and the Bowersox. But I mean, if it's true and Chris and Katie were making him sleep in the garage, I mean, guys, this is coming. I mean, his mother is making him do this, his own mother. And well, we all heard about. I mean, we've heard all kinds of stuff about Chris. You know what I mean? Heard all kinds of stuff about Chris. And one of them, one of the things that I heard about Chris was, some people have said that Chris was worried about Sebastian doing something to Faith because of what happened to Sebastian when he was with another boy. And again, Seth mentioned that. Seth mentioned, I think I think Seth said this on the news, guys. I think Seth said this on the news. He said allegedly Sebastian, we'll just say got harmed. I'm gonna try to keep it clean and sensitive. Sebastian got harmed in a bad way over at Chris and Katie's house. Sebastian said they let Sebastian get harmed. And I know. I think you've all, let me know in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. I think we've all heard that. And Seth seemed like he was really upset, about that because, apparently Sebastian had to go get some counseling and all that stuff. So you take that into account. What Seth said that happened to Sebastian over at Chris and Katie's. And then you've got people coming out saying that Chris was worried Sebastian was going to do the same thing to Faith because, another boy done that to him. So, Chris had some concerns there about, Sebastian. And, well, guess who goes missing? Guess who goes missing, guys? And that's what everybody's preaching and beating the table and pounding the table and just, they're like, we cannot let this behavior go unnoticed. You talk about red flags. Everybody's, do not let these red flags be forgotten about. That's what everybody's saying. Do not let these red flags be forgotten about. And again, guys, all this stuff is being done to Sebastian and being said to Sebastian, allegedly by his own family, which, it's just despicable. It's completely despicable if it's true. Hey, Jordan. So now that I said my piece, let me read some of your guys's. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think. I mean, is there something that I missed that people have talked about that? Let me know if there's something that I missed that you guys know of or heard of that is pretty bad, as far as, oh, hey, I see you, as far as, the treatment of Sebastian. So I'm kind of talking about the treatment of Sebastian, with his own family. So, I mean, is there anything that I missed, guys? I mean, let me know in the chat. Hey, Garrett, what's up, bud? And everybody give ICU a big round of applause. She's a great gal. I know I got a lot of new subs, and if you guys haven't heard of ICU, she's a mod for a lot of channels, and she does a great job. She works her butt off. So I think a lot of creators should be proud to have her as a mod. Let's see. Lost Voices with Jackie says, Dawn, what do you think about the text that came out recently of TikTok Tony's? I've not heard that yet. Let's see. Meow says, many older people get issues with bathrooms, not just baby or teens or disabled. I know. But don't just go stick them in the garage. You know what I mean? That's just kind of, might as well build a doghouse out back and put him in the backyard. Wanda Davis says, I heard CP had cameras in the kitchen and denied Sebastian food. Jennifer says, do you think it was snapped or do you think it was planned? Oh, wow. Jennifer, I tell you what, I don't know, but I don't know what channel it is, but I don't know if it's the ID channel or what, I think it's the channel that plays the snapped episodes and, killer wives and, all this stuff. I don't know if it's the ID channel or what. But as I'm watching some of these, I'm actually shocked at what people will do when they've got kids to be with someone. I mean, yeah, Susan, it's either ID or oxygen. I mean, I'm watching this and I'm hearing about these parents that poison their kids to and knock them off to be with a man. I hear it's just you're sitting there going, these are parents of these kids, and they're knocking their kids off, taking their life to be with a man. What is wrong, guys? What is wrong with the world? Holly S says, agree. Look at Leticia Stout. I mean, yeah, that was her stepson, but still. And Leticia had a way out, guys. Leticia. And we can't forget Chris Watts. Leticia Stout had a way out. Okay. Chris Watts had a way out. It didn't have to end the way it did in the Chris, Chris, I don't know what happened, but he didn't have to smother those little babies, them little girls like that. And he didn't have to take out Shanann the way he did just because he wanted to be with another woman. If there's anything I could say to Chris Watts, here's exactly what Don B would if I was face to face with Chris Watts, I would have been like, dude, you should have grew some balls and done the right thing, got a divorce. You still could have been with your woman. Just grow your pair of balls, get a divorce, be a daddy to your kids. You can still love them. They'd still be alive. Just do the right thing. Get a divorce. Do things the right way, because a divorce is a lot better than killing your wife and your kids. And now look at him. I can't remember the girl that he was having an affair with. I can't remember her name, but I know what her name is now. Her name's Bubba. And I don't think that's the girl Chris wanted to ultimately end up with. You know what I mean? I don't think Chris wanted to end up. Well, I'd say Chris is probably the girl now. And what is it? Leticia Stout. Leticia Stout was, pissed off at her husband. She felt like she was being used basically just as a babysitter. And, all the internet stuff that the police, the internet searches and everything, it kind of gave you an insight into her mind and how she was thinking. And she was disgruntled in their relationship, very disgruntled. But thing is, again, Leticia could have had a talk with, I can't think of Gannon's dad's name, but she could have had a talk with him. Said, it just ain't working. You're gone all the time. I feel like I'm just being used as, as a babysitter instead of your wife. Um, if we can't work it out, if we can't fix this relationship, I'm just gonna go. We're gonna have to go separate ways. Or hell, she could have, instead of killing Gannon, she could have just, maybe, Smiley in the house. Hey, Smiley, if you're in here. Hey, Mimi of 6, Lake 17. She could, there's other options that Leticia had. There's always other options, guys, that these people have. But it didn't have to end the way it did in the Gannon Stout case, and it didn't have to end the way it did, with Chris and his wife and his little girls. It didn't have to end that. Everybody's got options. There's so many options and resources out there now, guys. There's no reason you should have to leave your kid intentionally in a hot car and kill them just because you don't want them no more. Because you want to be with another woman. Because you want to be with another man. There's no need in that. There's no need in, there was a lady the other day up here at Boone Lake. A lot of people have done searches around Boone Lake for summer wells. There was a lady the other day that was going to kill her kids by driving the car with her kids in the car into Boone Lake. Now, I don't know if she did or not. When police arrived, they said that there were people in the car and possibly some kids. And as the cop was trying to get down to the windows and stuff of the car, they hollered at him and said, no, they're safe. They're up here safe. And anyway, apparently the mother told the EMS worker that she was having, some mental health issues. And, she just wanted to be in heaven with her kids. And that happened right up here, guys, Sullivan County, or Washington County. That's where Boone Lake is, Washington County. But guys, that's what I'm saying. There's resources and options. If these people are if they've got it that bad to where they think that death has to be the answer, guys, I don't know. I don't care how bad off I am. I don't think I could even think about doing my kids in. You know what I mean? I couldn't. There's no way. There's no way. It's just no. So anyway, there's my spiel about that. Jennifer says, yes, Brenda, I think his incontinence is what put them over the edge. Oh, is that what you're thinking, Jennifer? I don't know, Jennifer. I don't know. Maybe it is it seems like faith is a very, very touchy subject with Chris and Katie. I'm kind of wondering, and this is just my opinion, guys. I'm kind of wondering if Katie at some point started viewing faith because of Chris. I'm wondering if Katie took to faith because of Chris. She didn't want to lose Chris. Because I'm telling you, women do weird things for their men. Women do horrible things for their men. And if you don't believe me, look at Lorie Vallow. What did Lorie Vallow do for her man? That's all I got to say right there. You don't think women will do some crazy shit for their men? Look at Lorie Vallow. Let's see. Linda says, I think Katie wants a perfect child, one with no special needs. That could play into it too, Linda. Very well could play into it. Let's see. Karma Moon says Chris had they get rid of cats. Their relationship. So then she got rid of Sebastian to keep Chris. Gross. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be the first time, guys. I mean, what Lorie Vallow's husband at the time tried to say that she was batshit crazy and that he was worried about himself and his kids. And it sounds like, the police really didn't take him all that seriously. From looking at all the body cam footage and stuff like that, when Lorie Vallow's husband was first talking to cops and stuff like that, trying to tell them, about her mental state and all that stuff. I bet cops look back on that now and go, damn, maybe we should have taken him more seriously. Let's see. Lisa says Chris has mommy's money. There's a lot of stuff there, guys. And again, this is just my opinion. There's a lot of stuff there with Chris that could easily mentally influence Katie, in my opinion, to we'll just say not love Sebastian the way she should have. Not saying that she didn't. I'm just saying there's a lot of influence there with Chris. Money, maybe, she put Chris up here on a pedestal the way Lorie Vallow put Chad Daybell up there on a pedestal. And you don't know what these women are thinking. You just do not know what these women, and these women, guys, again, these women are the parents of these kids. When JJ's life ended, when his sister's life ended, over at Chad Daybell's house, more than likely, Lorie Vallow was their mother when that happened. I need to say no more. So, guys, just wanted to bring this, just keep talking about this, and again, it's all alleged. I'm not saying, the Bowersox did call Sebastian the R word. I'm just saying people that know them say he did. I'm not saying that Chris and Katie did make Sebastian sleep in the garage because of his bathroom issues. I'm just saying people are saying that he did. And, Seth said that, Sebastian got hurt over at Chris and Katie's house. And people are saying that Chris Proudfoot was concerned that Sebastian he was afraid that Sebastian probably did the same thing to Faith. So, if Sebastian is a victim of foul play, a lot of red flags in this, a lot of motives in this. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's all I got for you, basically. I told you it's only going to be a 30-minute live. For you guys that are new here, I basically just get on here, make my point, listen to you guys a little bit, and then get off here. So if you're watching this on the replay, do me a favor, just watch it all the way through. Give me a comment, give me a like. Oh, and before I get off here, guys, I got another channel. It's East Tennessee Talk. So if you want the link to it, I put a link to it in my community page. You can go there. I put a link to it in my community page, East Tennessee Talk. So I'm going to cover news and like current events just in East Tennessee. So if you would, if you want to, it's totally up to you. You can go sub up to it. You can go sub up to it. And I'm telling you guys, I'm just telling you, there's no shortage of stuff to talk about as far as crimes and just other crazy stuff in East Tennessee. There's no shortage of it. And some of the stuff needs to, it needs, now that I've got a pretty good following, I can use my voice to hopefully do some good for the community, bring some awareness to some stuff that may be going on in certain communities in the area. Maybe ask questions on, why, how come schools ain't getting taken care of? Maybe, there's an issue going on, I think, up here where apparently one of the schools up here, I think it's an elementary school, they've got over 400 repair tickets that haven't been done in the system to that elementary school. So, I mean, it's stuff like that I like to bring some attention to, ask questions. Hopefully we can bring some attention to stuff and get something done in some of this stuff. You know what I mean, guys? So, again, it's East Tennessee Talk, and you can get the link over on my community page. So, if that's something that sounds interesting to you guys. So, but anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching and liking all the content, guys. Appreciate it. So I'll be back on here tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll find something to talk about. Guys. So until tomorrow night, take care, and thank you very much.